From the moment you took your first breath, something extraordinary happened. An invisible force, greater than any human understanding, began to work in your life. It doesn't matter where or how you were born. What matters is that your existence was never by chance. You were chosen for something grand, something that transcends the limits of the reality we know. There is a journey that began long before you opened your eyes to this world, a journey that shapes your every step, every breath, every thought. Many go through life believing that everything is mere coincidence, but you know that's not quite true. There is a restlessness within you, a silent voice that keeps reminding you that your life has a deep meaning, and this feeling is not in vain. Since ancient times, the scriptures reveal that God chooses those who will be shaped for his purposes. Jeremiah 1:5 says, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations." And with you, it was no different. Long before your birth, you were already part of a divine plan. The life of the chosen is not easy. Every difficulty, every obstacle, every pain you face has a purpose to shape you for something greater. Proverbs 3:12 reminds us, "For the Lord disciplines the one he loves, just as a father disciplines the son in whom he delights." Nothing you have gone through was in vain. Every tear, every challenge, every closed door was part of the plan to prepare you. There is a calling pulsating within you, something the world tries to silence but can never extinguish. Have you ever felt that you don't quite belong to this world? That there is something more, something you can't explain but feel with all your being? That sensitivity, that different perspective on life, it's not by chance. Since childhood, you've noticed that the world seems more complex, more full of mysteries than others perceive. While many get lost in distractions, you search for answers, striving to understand the meaning behind every situation. Remember those moments when you felt alone, even surrounded by people, or the times when it seemed like no one around you understood you. That happened because you were set apart for something special. Just like Joseph, who was rejected by his brothers and sold into slavery, your journey is filled with challenges that seem unfair but are building something much greater. Genesis 50:20 teaches us, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good." Everything you've been through is being used to shape your divine purpose. Every moment of loneliness, every situation you didn't understand was part of your spiritual training. You were never alone. Invisible presences, signs, dreams, and intuitions are just a few of the ways you've been guided over the years. Perhaps you've ignored these signs in the past, but they were always there, pointing you in the right direction. The truth is, you are being prepared for something far greater than you can imagine. And now, as you approach your mission, the challenges intensify. Just as Jesus faced temptations in the wilderness, you too face trials that test your strength and faith. But know this, the greatest blessings come after the greatest battles. Ephesians 6:12 warns us, "For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world." Your struggle is spiritual, and every battle you face is shaping your spirit to fulfill your calling. You may not have all the answers yet, but your presence here, listening to this message, is proof that you are on the right path. Nothing happens by chance, and this is the moment to embrace your identity as one who is chosen. God does not call the qualified, He qualifies the called. And if you feel this calling, it means you already have everything you need within you to fulfill it. It's time to stop running and start living your purpose. Stop questioning whether you are capable, whether you deserve it, whether you are ready. You were chosen, and that is all that matters. God is by your side, guiding your steps, opening doors, and preparing the way. Now it's up to you. Accept this calling, embrace this journey, and discover the true meaning of your existence.